For decades, personal and professional success was measured almost exclusively by IQ, intelligence quotient. It was believed that having a logical and analytical mind was the key to achieving goals, landing jobs, and excelling in society. However, over time, it became clear that cognitive intelligence alone was not enough. There were brilliant individuals who couldn't maintain healthy relationships, who failed in leadership roles, or who crumbled under pressure. This is where the concept of emotional intelligence, EI, emerged. The ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as to perceive and respond to the emotions of others. Today, we know that EI explains up to 80% of leadership performance and success in life, while IQ only accounts for a fraction. Companies, universities, and psychologists now recognize that mastering emotions is as essential as solving equations or memorizing facts. In an increasingly connected world, where human interaction is constant and pressure is ever-present, EI becomes a decisive factor in achieving balance and happiness. Although the term emotional intelligence became popular in the 1990s thanks to Daniel Goleman, its roots go much further back. Aristotle, over 2,000 years ago, wrote about the importance of mastering passions and balancing emotion with reason. Charles Darwin studied how emotions influence survival and adaptation. In the 20th century, psychologist Howard Gardner proposed the theory of multiple intelligences, which included interpersonal and intrapersonal intelligence as keys to human success. Finally, in 1995, Daniel Goleman published his book, Emotional Intelligence, which marked a turning point. He explained that the ability to manage emotions not only affects personal life, but also productivity, leadership, and social well-being. Since then, EI has become a field of study in psychology, neuroscience, education, and even the corporate world. To understand emotional intelligence, we need to understand how the brain works. At the center of the limbic system lies the amygdala, a structure responsible for processing emotions such as fear, anger, and joy. The amygdala reacts much faster than the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic and planning. This explains why we often react impulsively before we think rationally. We yell when we feel attacked, cry uncontrollably, or make rash decisions under stress. Emotional intelligence is about balancing these processes, recognizing the emotion triggered by the amygdala, but giving the prefrontal cortex time to take control before acting. Studies from Yale University show that people trained in emotional self-awareness significantly reduce stress and improve decision-making. In short, EI is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and using them to our advantage. Daniel Goleman identified 5 fundamental components of EI. Each is like a skill that can be trained, improved, and applied to different aspects of life. 1. Self-awareness. Recognizing our emotions as they arise. A person with self-awareness knows when they are angry, sad, or happy, and understands how these states affect behavior. 2. Self-regulation. The ability to manage emotions constructively. It doesn't mean repressing feelings, but channeling them productively. 3. Motivation. Beyond external rewards, motivation in EI is about inner drive and purpose. The ability to keep going even in adversity. Empathy. The heart of EI. It's the capacity to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, understand their feelings, and respond appropriately. Together, these pillars separate those who simply think well from those who truly live well. In the workplace, EI is often more important than technical skills. A Talent Smart report revealed that 90% of top-performing leaders have high EI, while only 20% of low performers do. Why? A boss who can't control anger creates fear and demotivation. An empathetic leader recognizes when an employee is struggling and offers support, creating loyalty. EI enables balanced decisions that consider both data and human impact. Example: Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO, transformed company culture by placing empathy at its core. This shift turned Microsoft into a more human, collaborative, and innovative workplace, making it one of the world's most valuable companies. Another case: studies in hospitals show that empathetic medical teams make fewer mistakes and generate higher patient satisfaction. In a world where automation replaces technical tasks, emotional skills are becoming the competitive edge of the future.